Wow. God bless you, everyone. It's good to see you again. By the grace of God, today I'm going to be doing something different. My name is Presylve. I'm an author, a gospel singer, a songwriter, a scriptwriter, and a preacher. So today I decided to do something different. You know, every time we do pray, we hear the word of God, and we wait for God to do what we cannot do for ourselves. But there are also things that we need to take a step to do for ourselves. So that is what this video is about today. So I decided to do something different. Today I'm going to be talking about how to study and pass your Spanish exam for their Spanish nationality. That is what I'm going to be talking about today, because most people are finding it difficult, and some people that have the dream of having their Spanish nationality, because of the new law that they brought out, that you have to write their exam to prove that you can defend their passport. Most people are relenting. Some of them have even decided that they don't need it. Some of them actually need it, but they don't actually know how to go about it. Some of them are educated, but because of what they hear people say, that it is a very difficult exam, so they decided to pursue their Spanish passports. So today, I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to go about it. I've already done mine. I've passed my exam long time ago, since 2016. I didn't go to their classes. I studied at home. It's just 2 exams. It's difficult, but if you study, you will pass. I don't want to tell you that it's easy, but I don't see it as something that you cannot do. Just focus and study. You pass. That is what it's all about. Some people I see some educated people, they don't want to do this exam. So that is one of the reasons why I'm coming out to do this today. They are due to have their Spanish passport. They are educated, they can read, but they see it like a difficult thing. Actually, if you can read, you can write English. If you can work in a Spanish company and you speak Spanish, I don't see anything difficult about this exam. It's just for you to be determined and be focused. So actually the exam is 2 different types of exam. One is the CCSE, which is about their culture. There are various offices in Spain and their functions. It's just like in Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian. You can see I'm putting on my Nigerian t-shirt and a Spanish flag as my scarf. Amen. So it's just talking about their culture. You know, in Nigeria, when we study in school, we study social studies, or you can call it general paper. So that is what this CCSE exam is all about. This one you can study it in the internet. Just type test de nacionalidad española, CCSE. Just write it like that. You will see a lot of questions there. Some of them can come in 300, some can come in 100, some can come in 200. Just keep studying and make sure you get used to the question. It's about their various offices and their function, the name of their president, what the senators do, the different offices. That is what that first exam is all about. So there are some questions, they might look the same, but pay a close attention, you will know that there is different, but no, it's not actually all. So it's just for you to get used to the question and know the answers to the question. Actually, I did spend up to 15 minutes in the exam hall when I was writing this, because it's the simplest out of the 2. So in the exam, they will set 25 questions. and you have to make sure you pass 15 of those questions. It's objective question, it's not theory, just objective ABC. That's all. So that is all about this first exam, CCCSE. And the second one is the daily, DELE, daily A2. So this book is the book for the daily. This is the one people are afraid of because it took me 3 hours. You have to sit for 3 hours in the exam hall, but don't be scared. Just get yourself prepared. When you get yourself prepared, when you get to the exam hall, you don't need to be chewing your Bible. When I got there, I didn't wait for anybody because I know what it's all about. And I wrote my exam. It was about 2 hours, 50 minutes. So this is the book for the daily. So let me start from the beginning because some people are there, they don't know how to go about it. So they are there complaining. Some of them have finally decided not to even apply for the Spanish passport. Why? We Nigerians, we are intelligent people. Black, I know we can do it. So don't look down on yourself. So this is daily. So the beginning of it, you will see where they are writing. That is just few words. First of all, the best way to learn this Spanish language is you have to start learning words. Like what is this called? What is the name of this? What is it? How do they call a boy or a girl? What do they call cup and all those things? So it's after you, that is what the beginning is all about. So after you are done with that, you start learning how to use the few words, the single words you learned to write a sentence. Because if you cannot write a sentence in Spanish, you cannot pass the exam. So that is what the whole beginning is all about. You have to get used to how to use their words to write a sentence, and by doing that you are also learning how to speak. So that is it. So that is just how it is. Now I want to take you to the main part. When you are finished learning all these things, the words and how to make sentence, and I want to take you to the main part. This one is exactly the way the exam will look like. Is you get when you get to the ending of the book, towards the ending of the book, my own is up to unit 5. Actually, every year they change the cover of the book, but whatever is inside, it remains the same. But the cover every year they do change. So in case you get it, if you show them the picture of this book, it's because some of them cannot even express themselves to say what they want. So you just, when they see the cover of this book, the name written here, Spanish exam for nationality, Spanish nationality, they know what you want. They will just go and get you the book. So when you get there, the cover may be different, but what is inside still remains the same. So this is the one I and my husband we used to study for our exam. We studied at home and we passed. I passed my home the very first time I did it. So it's not hard. Most people, it happens like that also. So this is towards the end of the beginning of the book, you learn the sentence, the single words, but that is my own book now is up to unit 5. Okay, after those units 1 to unit 5, then you now see where they wrote exam, examen 1 or examen 1, that is Spanish, examen 1. Then this is the first page now, because there's about 4 different type of exam here, but they are trying to show you the way the exam will look like, what you will meet when you get there, so that you will not be surprised. They are trying to prepare you. So that is why they prepared the ending of the back side of this book. So this is where they wrote Tarea 1. You just go there, and when you go there, you see this sentence they made here. My own is from 0 to 7. So they want you to choose from all these posters here. You see they wrote A, B alphabet in all the poster, all the photo here. So when you from this number 1 now, the sentence they made in this number 1, you go and check all this photo and check the one that correspond with this sentence. If it is in A, you just write A there. That is the one of the Taria one. It's just a matter of studying well and see the sentence that correspond with the poster or the picture, what they wrote in the picture there. So that is what that one is all about. Then Taria 2 is they just wrote a kind of it's a kind of story anyway. So they want you to read it. They want you to read it, and then they start asking you questions. You are finished reading now, just like we do in school. Then you start answering the question according to what you read here. That is one of the Taria 2. You see, they have different sides in the exam, so that is why it take up to almost 3 hours. So that is it. So the same thing continue. So the one of the Taria theory is just like the first one that I was explaining to you, like the Taria one. You see the poster here is almost the same with that one, but not exactly the same. The poster here, whatever they wrote here, they are trying to explain something here now. So then when you go under, the question they're asking you is also an objective question. You now pick the out of the objective question, the answer they wrote here is from A to C. So you pick the one that also correspond with what they wrote here, the sentence, whatever story they wrote here. You just pick the one that goes with it, that correspond with it. That is what this Taria theory is all about. Then Taria 4 is just the same. It's just the same. You see where they wrote 0 to 24, 0 now to 24. So they are trying to, it's still the same, but they are talking about, it's different topic, but it's just all about you reading and picking from the posters the one that correspond, and you just take the alphabet. If it is A that is written there, you go and write it close to. When you get the book, you follow my explanation. You understand what I'm saying about. I'm now in Taria 4. You just read whatever is under. You see they will write alphabet for you to know which one is which one. So now they wrote 0 to 24. So you pick when you read the first sentence here, so you have to read all through these passages from A to J, and the one that correspond with each sentence that is here 0, 19, 20, the one that correspond with it, if it is A, you just go and mark A in the text too, in the edge there. That means to show that is the one that correspond with it. It's just for you to pay close attention. It's not a very difficult thing. So this one also is Taria 5. So it's just the same. It's just the same. You read and you answer the objective question. It's just the same. Then that is how it just goes. So that is how you just keep going. Taria 4, Taria 5, and this one is audio. This one is audio. There is an audio. As you can see in the back of the book came with a CD. You see there's a CD. So this one, if you are not fast, if you are not intelligent, if you don't understand Spanish, you are going to miss it. So they are going to play an audio and you listen. When you finish listening to everything, they will now start asking questions. So as you are listening, make sure everything you heard, you know the A, the B, everything in your head, because when they start asking questions, your brain have to connect with every story, whatever they said in that audio. So that is how, when they start asking questions, you just keep answering it because you have already listened. You just like people that love to watch movies. You see, you know how to remember everything that happened. So that is how this one is. All this one, they are just audio. So that is the one about the audio. You have to be very fast. You have to know how to connect and be very calculative. When the audio is playing, Don't let your mind be somewhere, let your mind be there, and make sure everything is in your head. So when they finish playing, they are going to start asking questions about whatever the audio said. You know what you heard, so you just start writing down. They want to test your ability. They want to see how smart you are as a Spanish citizen. So that is what all this whole thing is just about. So there is also another part of this Spanish. I'm trying to bring everything to my. I wrote my exam since 2016. So there's also other part also. Everything is just about question, answer, objective comprehension. So if you are intelligent, you can read. The way you meet the question and you know Spanish, you can easily write the answer. But the one of the audio, it needs so much focus and attention. So after the one of this daily, there is still another. This one is the first audio, the oral, but there is still another oral when they will call you to sit down, and you people will be, they will be asking you questions. It's like you are acting movie. You people are discussing, like my home, we are discussing as if me and my examiner, we are discussing as if we are going to the beach. Okay, the woman was trying to say, what are we going to carry to the beach? She was naming it. We are going to carry this, we are going to carry that, and I was saying, oh, we forgot to buy ice cream, we forgot to carry cold water because there's going to be sun and it's going to be very hot. You know, I was trying to also remind her what we have not picked, and we were discussing, trying to fix the time that we are going to go to the beach together. It's like I've knew the woman before. It's like we are having a drama, but they want to ask. We are doing that. They are recording it. They are recording everything that I was talking with the woman. So as we were doing that, it's like I was having a drama, and the Spanish authority that are controlling the exam, they are watching and they are recording everything. They just want to see how I can communicate with Spanish. So that is the purpose of that second oral part. So because that one is like practical now, they want to see if you can really speak it. If you are in the airport, you present your Spanish passport. If you can answer a question, if you can communicate as a Spanish citizen, because immediately they give you the Spanish passport, you are going to start using their birth certificate as a Spanish, as the real Spanish people. So everything about your birth certificate, everything is transferred to them. So because you are going to swear in and become a Spanish citizen. So carrying that their birth certificates, you must be able to defend yourself that I'm a Spanish citizen. So that is the purpose of the exam. People might say that they want to use it to stop us from getting it, but at the same time, if you are here, if you look at it, if you cannot communicate, you can't speak their language, working and doing so many things is very difficult. And you cannot actually, there are times that you are right and you cannot really prove it because you can't defend yourself. So you see, it's very important that we learn it. Even if you cannot speak perfectly like that. I don't speak perfectly like them, but I can speak, I can express myself. I wrote their exam and I passed it. I didn't even go to the school, I studied at home. I can defend myself when they are trying to deprive me of my rights sometimes. So, you know, they are good people, they are bad people. I can express myself and let them know that I know what I am doing. Not in a very rude manner, but at least let them know that you are not a fool. You know what you are doing. And when they see you like that, they respect you. And it will be easy for you to get what you want. So that is all about this Spanish exam to get your nationality. This is all I can remember. I wrote it about 4 years ago. So I just want to give this to some people out there. Some don't want to leave Spain, they want to be in Spain, but they actually want to get this Spanish passport. But because of the way people are talking about it and the way they are looking about it, they are looking at it, they just feel they cannot do it. They just give up on everything. No, you can actually do it. I see some people, they are educated, they just give up on it. No, you can actually do it. Just make up your mind. The exam, it costs about the both exam is about 200 or something. If you don't want to study at all, you can go for classes. The class is about 250 euro. Then you take appointment for the exam. That is also when you're able to pass it, you go to the you go to the offices to put in for this. Like mine, I presented my document in the court. Now it is through lawyer. So as far as you have passed this one, you have every paper. The other papers that you need to present for your Spanish passport is very easy. But this is the main thing, these two exams. This book is for the daily, and the other one you can study through the net, the CCSE exam, about their culture and their various offices. If you can pass the two and you have stayed 10 years in Spain and your resident, you have had their Spanish resident for 10 years, you can apply for their Spanish passport. And as far as you have passed all the requirements, whatever they require from you, you're able to present them, you will get your Spanish passport. It's not a very difficult thing. So I decided to give this to you because it's good when you are happy, people around you are happy. It is a very good thing. We all will be happy. Even if you don't want to leave Spain, and some people don't want to leave Spain, but they just want to have it because everybody have their plans and visions, and God know how everybody have different destiny. God know where He wants you to actually make it. It doesn't mean that some people are running there, you want to run there. It is where God wants you to be that you should be to fulfill destiny. But even if you are living in Spain and you decide to have this Spanish passport, I'm telling you here that you can go for it. It's not a very difficult, it's not difficult at all. It's not a difficult thing at all. So go for your Spanish passport if you are due. Don't be afraid. Don't be carried away with what people are saying. So this is my gift for you today. I don't think there is any other thing I couldn't remember, but I think with this explanation, if you are ready, so many people, I've seen about 2 people or 3 people that saw me pass my exam and they went and sat down and read. Now they have passed their exam. So it's not very difficult. Even those that cannot read, this is what will even challenge you. Try and read. Start from somewhere. A, B, C. Just start like that. You think you are playing. You are doing something good. Don't look down on yourself. So that is it. I hope and I pray this will bless someone and this will help someone. And that reminds me, in this daily exam, the one of this book, there are some places they might ask you to write a story of about maybe 70 to 80 words, and there's about 2 like that. The other one is about 30 to 40 words. You write a story. Like the story I wrote was a story. One of the story I wrote in one of the 2 is about a story that I packed into a house and the house was messed up, and it took me a lot of time to really clean it up, and it's not a good thing for somebody to leave a house without taking off the dirty stuff. I remember that was one of the story I wrote. It was 2. So this book, in this particular daily exam that is almost 3 hours, they are going to ask you that question. It's twice they are going to ask you that question. One is about if you write a story of between 30 to 40 words. When you write, this is a boy, that this is 1, is 2, a 3, boy 4. You're going to count like that till is 40. So the place where they say between 50 to 80 words, that is the story, this should be between 50 to 80. If you're able to count till 50 or you have more words to write, it's up to 80. Depends on you. So it's twice it will come like that. So you get prepared should the case you are asked to do that, so that you have words to write and you have to know how to write the sentence, and the letters, everything have to be correct. So it's also good that you get used to the Spanish alphabet. So another thing I forgot to say as I started this video, in the beginning of this video, I forgot to tell you, this book, you can buy it. You can buy this book in any bookshop. If you have kids where you buy books for your children, they also have this book there. I bought mine 90 euros something. I took somebody there who wants to buy, and it was 21 euros something. So I think that is all I can remember about this exam. And I know that all what I've told you now is going to help you. And I pray God give you divine understanding to study and pass the exam. So, God bless you. I will see you in my next video. Shalom. Ciao.